If you have come to optimize your Squarespace website for search engines, you have come to the right place. We are going to cover all the high-level details that you need to know for Squarespace SEO, plus their newest features that they have just released that include AI upgrades that you need to consider when you're doing SEO for your website that we're going to get into now. And if we haven't met before, my name is David. My team and I have helped over 1,000 Squarespace websites, which is a crazy number, optimize their sites, done SEO for their websites. So this video is going to be a high-level overview of all the core things we consider when it comes to SEO. And if you do want more help or more support, definitely check out the links down below to see our services. We also have a free SEO tool on our website that you should check out. Over 50,000 pages have been optimized by it, over 1,000 shares on this page. And then if you go to our services, you can see our packages here and learn more about the services that we do offer. As you see the pricing there, there might be a coupon code down below for you as well. But with that, that's my only promotion. Let's get into the tips now. First and foremost, main thing you got to cover as you get into a site, this is just a demo website here. We want to go to edit on any page of your website. At the top, you have edit site header, click on that. And then from here, we're going to click on the site title and logo. Here, you may have a logo, you may have other files, but just make sure you have the site title here. Whatever your business name is, you want that here. So business name goes here, boom. That's it. You don't need anything else. You're good to go. And I'm going to keep the name just like this so that I can show you a few tips and tricks. You can have a logo, a mobile logo, all of that. But in this case, no matter what, you do want to make sure your site title shows up there because we're going to use that throughout your site. Now we're off to a good start. Let's get on to the next thing. Now let's think about all your pages. Make sure that all your pages, the URL slugs, are accurate and correct. This is kind of a 2, maybe 3-step process. First and foremost, you want to make sure if you have a page that's called appointments and that's where people book you, you want to make sure if you click this settings wheel right here, that the URL slug is appointments. It's not like random.5723 or whatever. It actually is appointments. Maybe it could be book or book your appointment, whatever. That doesn't matter as much as it is relevant for that page, because now you are going to optimize all your pages based on this. It's kind of like a phone number. You don't want to change this frequently. Now, if you come in here and you're just building a site, change it, you're good to go. But if you come in here and you've had your site up for a very long time and it says like about 5, you've had your site up for a really long time, there's a few things you got to consider. If you change this URL, it will break anywhere it exists. Problem here is that you got to kind of remember where it exists and figure that out. So that's why this is a really important step, because if you do this right, you'll be good. If you have to change this, you've had your site up for a while, go watch a video or Google 301 redirects for Squarespace. Go do that process for your URLs and adjust them so they are all correct, so that this is appointments. Boom, whatever it's supposed to be, set it up like that. Hit save, you're good to go. And so I would just go through all my pages and triple check everything, make sure it's all good to go. This looks good, and let me check out services. This looks good as well. We will get to this SEO tab in a moment. This is your SEO title and description. We are gonna fill this in a moment, but let's get there later. Okay, now that that's set up, I'm gonna give you a tip that you might wanna pause this video, do it, and then come back to the rest of the video. Go into your settings wheel, and this stuff moves around on the navigation at times, but it's all somewhere. Go into your settings wheel and then just make sure all these website settings are adjusted. You really just wanna make sure everything is set up as it should be. If you have a public site, it obviously will be public here, so you don't have to worry about that one. But site languages, you wanna make sure everything is set properly here. Then from there, you wanna go to regional settings, make sure this is set properly. All these small details might seem insignificant, but you just are optimizing the backend and the code of your website perfectly. So you wanna do that. Cookie and data privacy, do that. The favicon, you definitely wanna add a favicon. If you wanna do dark mode, you can, but you could just have one and you're good to go. From there, your social links, if you wanna add any of your social profiles, that's awesome. And then your social sharing graphic. This is a must. Anytime someone shares your website via a social platform or a text message, you know how a little graphic shows up? That's this graphic here. And this one here in your settings is the main one for all of your site, which is really important to have because it increases engagement with your website. From there, you have this Pinterest button thing. You don't really need that. Import content thing. You don't really need. Blog preferences. Let's talk a little bit about this. This is all good to go. You don't have to change anything here. You can use simple liking. That's great. Comment settings. Right now, they are off. If you want to increase community on your site, engagement, having comments on is a great feature, and then you could adjust these features accordingly. I don't have any specific tips here in terms of comment settings. Whatever you set up is great. As long as it's on, that will help with SEO. Now, the final thing here, crawlers. I'm not gonna get into the weeds of this, but I would say do not block these. By default, they are not turned on, but if you block these, you obviously don't wanna show up for search results and you don't wanna show up for AI results, which is a way that people can find you. So for example, this is with the AI side of it. So I typed in here, how to become a Squarespace expert, and you'll see all this content shows up, AI overview with all these details. I clicked on this one here, and you'll see that our website and my YouTube channel showed up here. And so this is where search happens. It's part of search. So I would recommend leaving them on. If you have a grievance about that, reach out to Squarespace. I'm going to continue with the video. Now, a small tip that is not SEO related, but it kind of is update your built-in domain, your built-in URL. Go to domains here, and then your built-in domain. Click on this, and then update this to whatever your business name is. My business name goes here, and then hit save. And you'll see here at the top where it says Mongolia Goose, it's gonna change that to my business name goes here. That's exactly what we want. It just helps just for the sake of it. I know it might not seem relevant, but just do it. It's gonna be so much better in the future than trying to remember like Mongolia to get into your website or whatever. All right, let's go back to settings and take a look here. Now with just website and domains, we've probably covered another like 10 tips right there. Updating site language, regional, cookie, favicon, social links, social sharing, blog preferences, crawlers, another 10 right there, as well as the domain. And then with the domain as well, you do want to make sure of a few things. I just thought about this. Let me open up another site. All right, so take a look here. We have this set as our primary domain, and then we also have this use www. If you are just launching your site, just turn it off. You don't need it. Does it help SEO? Not necessarily, but whatever, just like a phone number, whatever you are going to try to index, you want to start with what you love, and nobody needs the www. It's honestly just assumed, and so I wouldn't worry about it. I would remove the prefix and just focus in on your domain and just making sure that the HTTPS is set up. So now that we got the www, there is one other aspect of a domain that we want to consider, which is we'll go to developer tools, and then we will click on SSL. Here we want to have secure and HSTS secure on. So basically what this does is you see how it says HTTP and then colon. Well, if I hit enter and then I click on this and click on it again, you're going to see it pulls up the HTTPS. And that's because the HTTPS is the secure version of your website. And so it basically forces it to always add the S to the URL bar. I know this stuff sounds crazy, but these little details are what help with just making sure your site is secure, safe, and loads every time. All right, now back to our website. The next thing we want to do is go to marketing. Let's talk about SEO. Your SEO appearance is going to matter. There's a lot going on here and we're going to cover every detail. We're probably on step like 16 of this video, but let's get into these details here. Usually before the AI side of it, you would have to go through the process of tagging every page and image individually. Thank God with AI now, you have the ability to do it with a click. We'll talk about this in a moment. Let's focus in on this side of it. Now, you have your SEO title, format, and then the description here. You also have these tabs, which a lot of people miss, which is pages and items, which we're gonna optimize all three. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is go down here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit just so you get a better sense of it. Here you can see these little like percentage sign things. There's a few options here for you. For the homepage, all you need is this percentage sign S, which gives you the business name. But if you want to add a location or a keyword, you could do that, or some type of descriptor of your business. So let's say home good products. And then if you did want to do a location, you could say in Los Angeles, California. Or you could do it more like kind of high end and do it like that. But now, boom, you have just added that to your homepage. So if somebody goes and hovers over your URL up here or your tab, all that information would show. Let me hit save and I'll show you what that looks like. Boom. As you can see, it's just updated it there. That's what's going to show up in search results as well. So if you go to like Squarespace SEO experts, and then you see this article here, this is the title of the article or this service. And then if you want to go any further in terms of it, you can with other elements that you can add. All right, so boom, we've added that to our homepage, our title format. Then we would add a description. I'll talk about this in a second, but let's just go to the pages and go through this. So now this is any other page that's not your homepage. So your about page, your contact page, services, appointments, book a call, whatever. You'll see here, this P will select whatever the page name is, and then the S will select your business name. That's why we started with your site title, because whatever your site title is, that's what shows up here. All right, so I'm not a big fan of the dash. I like the line, and so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna add home goods store or whatever we said, and then you could do Los Angeles, California. Boom. Now it will say about page, business name, home goods store, or it'll say services, business name, home goods store. Boom. You have just set that up for your whole site, and it's so easy to update in the future. Do any other changes, you're good to go. And then I'm just going to basically copy all of this, go to items, and then here I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to get rid of this, paste that in, and we're good to go. So an item is like a blog post, an event, a portfolio item, a product in your store. All of those things are items because they fall underneath a page or a collection of pages considered a CMS. That's fancy language, doesn't really matter, but basically a blog post, a store item, any of that is an item. Boom. Okay, we're good to go. Let's go back to the homepage. Now, you want to write your SEO description for your homepage. Your homepage SEO description is probably the most important, and you just want to make sure it reflects your business, keep it high level, and keep it around this 50 to 300 characters. Don't overthink it. If it's 304 characters and you can't get any less, it's okay. Not a huge deal, but just optimize this around that length. So in this case, I don't have a full description written, but I am at the start of it. And the thing you want to think about are like keywords. So someone would type in home good products, or they type in business consulting for medical devices, whatever they would potentially type in. Think about that in terms of this, but write it out as sentences. There's no keyword stuffing. There's no such thing as that anymore. Write it out as sentences so that Google understands what your business is. Boom. So just like that, we did all of the pages. We literally just tagged all the SEO titles for all our pages. Now we want to go, look at that. It already checked it off. Just doing that was like optimal, prime, gold. Now let's do images. So let's improve with AI. Let's see how this works. Now, our site is a demo website, so all of this is just random stuff. So this is great. I love what they wrote, narrow European street. What I would do is keep these shorter with colorful buildings, and then I would focus in on like your business. Again, this is like in all funny because it's a travel website, a dummy website that's a travel website that I'm now saying we have home good products. But this is kind of how I would think about it. So narrow, blah, blah, blah. This first part describes the image. I'm giving you a full in-depth course right now. This first part describes the image. Use some words that if someone who could not see the image, what would you say for them to understand what it is? The next part is a keyword, and the last part could be optional, like a location, your business name, anything like that. The reason you want to do this is if someone is searching Google or Google Images and they're looking for something like narrow European street with colorful buildings, and this shows up, they may end up on your website. So this is a great way to do that. And alt text is really helpful for all the accessibility needs for your website. So I'll hit save, and then I'll hit save. Boom. And you would just do that for all your images. And as you can see here, we have a full SEO report with check marks saying everything is tagged. But let's double check. Okay, so boom, we're good to go here. I'm gonna exit out of this. Now we're gonna go to our pages. And then we're gonna go into our individual pages. I'll go to the settings wheel, I'll click SEO. It has a title, but there's no description. So we already set this up, which is great. It already has all this language. Remember, we just did this a moment ago, but we do need a description for every page. And this follows the same principles of what we just discussed. You wanna throw some keywords in there, but use natural language. And maybe at the end, you might say something like learn more, or purchase today, or start today, anything like that. So here you would use a description in the form of sentences and natural language, and then say learn more. Boom, you're good to go. Now you have just done this for all your pages, which is awesome. Now you might have a question and you might say, well, why is this blank? But there's context showing up here. Well, whatever your page title is, services here. So if I do services exclamation point and I go to SEO, you'll see the exclamation point is there. You could adjust this here. So you could say like our SEO services if you want to, or you could just write out services and it'll just replicate it, or you just leave it blank and honestly, it'll just pull your page title naturally. Whatever option you want, you can do. If you are very concerned, you're like, which one? Just write it out. Just write out services, you're good to go. But not just your pages, you want to do this for all your products, and you want to do this for all your blog posts, and you want to do it for all your events. I know it might sound like a lot, but doing this for your site will be a game changer when it comes to SEO. From there, let's go back to our settings. There's just so much in the settings that we can do. Let's go to settings and then let's go to developer tools. And there's this fancy thing that says external API keys. What you want to do here is go create a Google Analytics account completely free. They're going to give you a code that starts with G, and you just drop that code in here and you got Google Analytics set up. After that, you're going to want to go to your analytics and go to analytics here. And by the way, if you don't know how to set up Google Analytics, do a Google search. There's probably a YouTube video on it. It'll walk you through it. It's really, really easy. Just Google Analytics, start, create an account, get the code, drop the code in there. You're good to go. All right. But now let's go to analytics and take a look here and go to search keywords. You're going to see it says this like random, like, oh, let's connect. So it'll ask you to go to your email. You'll just log into any type of Google-based email. And once you connect your email, you'll see here, it'll say you're connected and you're good to go. Now, the reality is we've covered a lot of SEO tips, and honestly, I can keep going. But what you got to really consider is SEO is a long game. There has been no successful client who has come to me and said, I just want to do something quickly and never think about it again. They do not win in the long term. So what you have done today is the groundwork for success in SEO long term. From here, you really want to start thinking about writing blog posts, articles, content. I have something called a blogging starter kit that will help you get started on blogging. And you might be like, I don't know what to write. The blogging starter kit will show you what to write and show you that you don't even have to be a good writer, especially with AI, to be able to bring to life some really good articles that can help your business grow, build trust with your audience, and get you more leads into your funnel. So definitely check that out. And I do have other tutorials about SEO, core web vitals, other things like that. Check out those links all down below. And if you do want further help, I do have services that we offer. Check that out. With that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.